All right, we are live. Sorry for the delay, everyone. I'm a minute late, had some technical difficulties. Story of my life, but I'm glad to be here tonight and glad you are here with me as we chat about kitchen design mistakes that you should make. What's that all about? Why would you be wanting to make kitchen design mistakes? Well, we're going to talk about that and a few other things tonight. Why not? I do want to say that if you are watching this live, make sure that you throw yourself into the chat and say hi to myself and to everyone else who's in here. If you have a question, that's the place to put it, and we will pick up on that. Put a few question marks in front of that so that myself and others can see that it is a question. And just let us know where you're watching from, or if it's your first time here, your 100th time here. Let's do that, and we'll get into this. Where do I put this? I got to put this down somewhere. Let me take a sip. I picked it up for a reason. All right. So let's chat about kitchen design mistakes. Oh, you know what? I want to show you something first. Since we're just hanging out here tonight, let's look at. Let me just bring this up on my screen here. I've been working hard at my renovation that I've been doing in the Airbnb that we're going to list pretty soon. We're almost ready to go. And so I want to show you how it's coming along. So let's just look at that first, and then we will kind of go from there. All right. Here we go. All right, we'll just get that in there. I went trick-or-treating dressed as a friendly Canadian kitchen designer. Didn't get any candy. People didn't understand. Well, I don't know what to tell you. That is my fancy water bottle, yes. Which you can get in the link below, which I don't have a link for it, but anyway, maybe I'll put one in someday. All right, let's just check this out. I see Johnny's here. Hey, man, thanks for being with us last week. And going to have him on again because we had a really great chat, a really fun time. And I thought it was excellent conversation. So if you are a kitchen designer out there and you want to come on the live stream, we'd love to do that. So just email me. And if you can figure out how to email me, then you have enough technology know-how to be on the live stream. If you can't figure that part out, I don't know what to tell you. All right. Yeah, we had a great one last week. And I've been chatting with Michael from Kitchen Cider. He's going to be coming on too at some point. Maybe if we can get maybe Johnny and myself and Michael all together, that'd be fun as well. And we'll go from there. This was the original kitchen. I know some of you have seen this already. I've had this on a video already, but this is the original kitchen. This is the purchased condition. I just want to rifle through some of these pictures so you can see. This is when we took ownership of the home. It was all cleaned up. And like I said, some of you had seen this. These are original 1950s cabinets built in. Some of this was solid 2x4s, 2x2s, 2x6s. Everything was really solid wood, which is a shame to have to get rid of that, but it did need to be updated. And these cabinets weren't something that you could really resell. They had to be beat out of there. And as was shown in one of the videos that I did, this was the tear out. And you can see there just the fun. We're just getting into the fun of ripping this kitchen out. And then this was just sitting back. So this is looking in from the living room. And I took this picture because the wall where that stove is at, that door, the arch, big long archway, that's all gone now and out of there. So this was the kind of second step. So I'm showing you these two partly because, one, to see the transformation. Two, I'm in the thick of things as well in renovation. So which is really helpful for me in making content about kitchen design, because I'm doing things that I'm like, oh yeah, it's something I should probably mention or talk about. So this was the big tear out. So that's that door gone and the archway gone, which was really opened it up quite a bit. And then you can see there just more fun and games. This is just what I get pictures like this all the time from clients and people, and this is just what it looks like. It looks like a mess for a little while. And another picture there, you can see the windows covered up there now, which was great. And then everything gets gyprocked and painted. And then we had this concept, and I know some of you had seen this concept. I shared this before. This was the concept drawing. It took me a few tries to get here, and I had a few different ideas for the layout of this kitchen. And I settled on this one. This one came to me after a little while, actually, of being what I figured would be the best layout for the space. Originally had an L shape. I put a little island. It just wasn't working for me. Didn't like it. And you'll notice that this isn't an all white kitchen, which, you know me, if you do know me and you've been following me for any length of time or, whatever, but I love white kitchens. And Amy said to me, let's not do an all white kitchen here. So I'm like, okay, babe, let's explore, even though it goes against the grain of my soul. But we did it, and this was the concept we came up with. And here is the kitchen now, so that's the concept, and that's the kitchen as we have it. And the cool thing is, I'm not a kitchen installer. I'm a designer, and I come up with lots of ideas that then I pass off to installers and say, okay, you got to make this work. Now, there's nothing in here that's difficult, but this was my first kitchen install that I did, on my own. I did have a little bit of help from my dad, who was doing all kinds of other projects in the home as well. So, but I would say 95% of this, well, 90%, is me installing it. I'm saying that to say, it was challenging. I'm handy. I'm very handy. I can do a lot of things, but this was definitely something challenging, and it was really fun to do, especially in context with my channel and the stuff that I talk about. So this, and I filmed all of it, and hopefully someday I'll be able to get through all that. And I I see the white outlet comment. Yeah. So like, I have some, I'm actually probably going to cover that up, but yeah, stands out like a sore thumb, but what do you do, right? Pick out the one wrong thing in my kitchen. Thanks a lot. Anyway, here's another concept kitchen. I didn't go with the sconces, but, there's another picture there. It's nice and bright, beautiful and open. So, that's where we're at. That is the kitchen. I know Michael will like the green for sure, because he loves green cabinets, and I actually really love them. And so in this coming video on Saturday, I'll be talking a little bit about where I got those doors from, how you can get 20% off on doors if you order them as well. So this company reached out, and I worked out a deal with them to supply me with doors and to review them. And so it was really fun to do. The cabinets, of course, came from Home Depot, and the Countertop did as well. This one with regular laminate. This is an Airbnb or potential rental property or potential flip, or who knows what will end up happening. But Airbnb is what we're going to be looking to do. And so we didn't want to go too high end because you only have so much of a budget. I did learn, though, that a budget is easy to destroy, I guess is the right word. The funny thing is with this kitchen, and some of you know this, but bought this house, and then we're going to start renovating it, and then went to Costa Rica for a month, and so left it in the hands of my dad and a few people who were helping to really do a bulk of the tear out and electrical and all that kind of stuff to get it ready, and then come back and we're working on all this. And when I walked in the door after coming home from Costa Rica, my dad said to me, "You can forget about the budget on this one, bud." Like, it's done. It's all gone. So I was like, oh no, we have so much left to do. Anyway, that being said, you just got to keep pushing forward, and eventually it'll pay itself off. So bam, there you go. That's it, everybody. That's the kitchen. And Helen, you can be the first one to stay there. But you got to get to Canada first. So yeah, beautiful kitchen. The rest is beautiful too. I mean, it's a really, really big change. Really looks nice. So anyway, that's what I've been up to on the side of YouTube and client work and stuff like that. So it's been it's been a fun journey the last little bit. So what I want to talk about though tonight is just some kitchen design mistakes and what that looks like, and are there mistakes that aren't that big of a deal? I came across this article from this website. I'm going to show it to you because something's a little bit off with it. And so I thought, well, let's just bring this up and see if we can sift through this one together. I think it's this one. Hold on now. All right, so this is the website, and I'll leave myself tiny there so you guys can see this. Okay. So this is from easyrenovations.ca. So it's a Canadian website, but I was just looking for common kitchen design mistakes and just trying to look for ideas. What are people saying are the biggest mistakes? And as I go through, I'll look at a few other websites tonight. We'll have a look at. We can, determine. There's a kind of a list of mistakes that most people say are the things you'll want to avoid, and we can look at those later. But this one caught my eye, and something was off about it. And so I wanted to do a little test, and I didn't do this beforehand. I thought we'd have a little fun. I wanted to see. I'm going to give you my theory after we read through some of these, and then we will see what we think. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Where are we going? Somewhere here, I'll find it. There. No, that's not it. Jumping Moses. Which one of these is it? This one will do. All right, we'll just go with this one. Okay, so this is DIY. DIY. All right, so I'm just looking at some of the chats. If you have a chat, I'm ignoring you for a minute, but I will get back to you in a second. Okay, so this is the title of this was Common Kitchen Renovation Mistakes Everyone Should Know. So these are some of the common mistakes that you should know about. So that's important because you're going to want to know DIY renovation. If you think kitchen remodeling is a piece of cake, then you should think again. The amount of work and stress that goes into a DIY kitchen remodel can be overwhelming for any homeowner. Now, I would like to say that I do agree with this to some extent. Doing a kitchen renovation is a big deal, but I don't agree that you just should avoid DIY just for the sake of it. I believe that if you are particularly handy, cool. Bridgetown. Where's Bridgetown? Let me know where Bridgetown is. It's on the mainland. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in. I like it when other Nova Scotians click on. I know Helen's here as well. Hi, and hi for everyone, of course. And Jackie's here, which is awesome. And she has a dog, apparently, which is good. Jackie, you'll have to show us your dog. Okay, back to what I'm saying. Over near Digby. Okay, cool. Indianapolis Valley. Awesome. Love it. Okay, back to what I'm saying. DIY, I think it's okay that you do DIY if you can handle some of that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with saving some money on your kitchen renovation project if you can do some of the work yourself, which you'll know if you can or not. And sometimes some of that stuff, maybe you don't want to do the whole thing on your own, but sometimes getting your hands dirty and being involved in that process is rewarding. And for myself at the kitchen that we were doing there, it was rewarding to install those cabinets. Yes, I did some things wrong. Yes, I had to redo a few things, but I learned a lot as I went, and I kind of valued that experience to be able to do it. It gives me a little more knowledge on how to do it for someone else, or to say, hey, you should avoid this, or this is something you should maybe try to do in your kitchen renovation. And but not everyone is into the DIY thing. For some people, they're just not handy, or they don't have the time. They don't have the experience. In other words, they don't want to mess up. They're buying a kitchen, which is expensive. So I think this one shouldn't just be a blanket statement that, hey, you just should avoid DIY altogether. I don't think so. I think you should do the DIY if you can handle that type of renovation and go from there. So just to say avoid DIY altogether. Now, I will say this. I do value the work of a kitchen installer, and I have some really good friends who are incredible installers. And when it comes to a kitchen, I think, yeah, you know what? Getting your kitchen installed by a professional is a great idea. So I will say that because they generally will do a really great job, especially when it comes down to the trim, when it comes down to the detail work, getting things, just right. But I won't discount doing the DIY thing either. I think that should be something you should, you have to kind of figure that one out for yourself, and you can definitely save money. You can absolutely save money by doing it yourself, if you go down that road. So the next one, which that's fine. That's a fairly good thing you should mistake to avoid. The next one is making changes when the process has begun. Once the kitchen renovation process has begun, it can be tempting to change your mind about certain aspects of the design. Yes. However, making changes amid renovation can be costly and may cause delays. So, let me just say this. This is why it's important to get design ideas before you start spending money. I say this a lot and maybe too much, but I really, really, really think it's important, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I do sell that service of kitchen designing. But anywhere you go, if you go and see John, I can't remember the place you said you worked though. If you go see John, if you go see, any of the designers that show up here, if you go to your local place, wherever you go to get your kitchen designed, I think it's really important to get as many design ideas as you can, like 2, 3 at the very least, to really map out what's possible in the space. And you think, well, it's a small kitchen, and so there's only so much that can be done. But it's still important to try to find those ideas. For instance, I did a client consultation last week, excuse me, and it was a very small kitchen, and we came up with, I think, 4 ideas that are a possibility for the space. Now, does that mean that they're all the best ideas? No, they're all workable ideas. They all could work in the space, and the uh, the one that the client really liked was in that mix, and then you can kind of go from there. But if you didn't see those things, it's hard to know what's possible. And so I think it's important to get as many design ideas as you can. This can be challenging when you're dealing with maybe someone who's working at, I'll use like a Home Depot type of store, not picking on Home Depot, but that type of environment where they're doing so many different things. They're doing designs, they're doing orders, they're checking, they're doing confirmations of those orders, and they're also ordering countertops, and they're also, making sure the handles are ready, and they're lining up installers. And so there's all kinds of stuff coming at them, and they're designing. It can be really taxing. I know because I did it for a long, long time. And you just have so many things happening. The phone's ringing, the boss wants this. And so getting those designs might be challenging in that environment, but I still think you, as a homeowner and as the person who's going to spend that money, to try to ask if you can get as many designs as possible. Usually, that's not going to be an issue if you just ask or talk about it, and that's where you're at. Cool. Okay. All right. So that is a big consideration. Then, I mean, this comment is right in saying that once you start down the road of renovations, once you start spending the money, once you have your kitchens ordered, yeah, it's a big deal to get it changed. But don't be afraid to change things if you're really, if they're the kind of things you're like, it's just I'm thinking about this one a lot. It's keeping me up at night. I think I definitely need to make a change. I mean, yeah, Winston's saying change orders, contractor's favorite word. Maybe so, but do you deal with the regret of not doing the thing that you really want to do, or do you make the change? This is why it's important to get those things right at the beginning before you go down that road. Now, however, making changes, so it definitely will be costly. Johnny's saying, I do pay for professional installers. Oh, if you do pay for professional installers, make sure they have a good history with installs. Sometimes general contractors will say they can do it, but they're not. But are they experienced? So this is a really good point to bring up, and for the homeowner and for the kitchen designer, if you're hiring an installer. I mean, obviously that you'd want to make sure they're good at what they do. But if you're hiring an installer, you want to make sure that they've done some installs in the past. Nothing wrong with hiring a guy and it's his first job, but maybe just do it for your neighbor's kitchen, not for yours, because you definitely want to make sure they're experienced. All right, so DIY renovation, making changes. Okay, good. We're going. I'm going somewhere here in a minute. Okay, so the next one is overlooking the value of storage. Well, that's a pretty common mistake. A well-organized kitchen is a must-have for any homeowner. Unfortunately, many homeowners forget about storage when they're planning their renovation. No, no, they don't. No, they don't. They don't forget. This is a fishy comment. Make sure to include plenty of storage in your design, such as cabinets, shelves, and drawers. This will keep your kitchen organized and clutter-free. Well, I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with the statement that, unfortunately, many homeowners forget about storage. When I started to think about this and what we're going to test the theory of, I think that this article was written by ChatGPT. I think I think that this is an AI generated article. Now, no offense, easyrenovation.ca. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not trying to say anything negative about you. I don't know you. I assume you're in Toronto somewhere. Um, but I just have the idea that it's created by ChatGPT in particular. And so what we're going to do after we read through the rest of these, because it gets a little fishy, we're going to go on a ChatGPT together and we're going to try to find out if ChatGPT gives me the same type of answers that this is getting, because it just seems a little too, I don't know, I just don't know. Anyway, just called it. Yeah, right? Was it created by AI? That's a good question. So, okay, because I don't think you can tell me if you've done a kitchen renovation. Um, I've talked to, okay, listen, so I've talked to a lot of clients. None of them are, I never have to say, don't forget about storage. They're like, oh, yeah, I forgot about storage. Do we need that in the kitchen? Oh, my goodness, I totally forgot. No, most of them, it's a pain point. And they're like, I need more storage, Mark. So can we get more storage? How do we figure out how to get more storage? I've never had a client being like, oh, storage? What's storage? What do we need this for? Anyway, so I think that something was off here. This is the world we live in now where content can be created by AI. And I'd be straight up with you. I use ChatGPT for a lot of things, for idea generation, for brainstorming titles, for videos, for brainstorming ideas for videos. But you have to take the ideas and then think about them and be like, no, maybe we'll change this. I like the idea that, yeah, you can't overlook storage, but don't just put in that homeowners forget about it. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is this. This is where, okay, it starts to get interesting. Not paying enough attention to lighting, which is a good one. And I will say this is on almost everybody's list when you're trying to avoid mistakes. So keep that in mind. But lighting is an important aspect of any design. Can you see that okay? Let me just see if I can zoom in a little bit. Can I zoom in? Just want to make sure you guys can see it all right. I can't seem to zoom. All right, anyway, it doesn't seem to want to zoom me. I just worry if you guys can't see that. Okay, well, anyway, lighting is an important aspect of any kitchen design. However, many homeowners overlook the importance of lighting, okay, maybe, and end up with a poorly lit kitchen. So make sure to add task lighting, ambient lighting, and accent lighting to create a well-lit space. Okay, so this is pretty, like, yes, I agree with all that. Nothing seems fishy there. And homeowners sometimes do overlook the importance of lighting, and they're also overlooking storage, which seems a bit fishy. So, but what I'm thinking is the AI generation of ChatGPT, it only takes stuff that it can, like, it's not making this stuff up. It's finding the information and kind of assimilating it all. So and what I've seen is that poor lighting is on most lists. So this is almost like, obviously this would be involved. Okay, so you want to overlook, or you don't want to overlook lighting. Sorry, I'll come back to myself for a second. So let's stay here for a second. Make sure you add enough lighting that you can do everything you want and add all the lighting you can, more lighting. And I mentioned that in last week's video. I talked about it before. We chatted about it last week, I believe. But I think you just have as much lighting as possible. You don't have to turn it on. You can put it on dimmers, but the more the merrier. And so that's definitely, a no-brainer. Like, it's too easy. Okay, the next one is this, oversizing islands. This is where I really was like, no, this something's wrong here. Islands are a popular feature in many kitchens, which is a thing ChatGPT would say. However, if your island is too large, okay, it can take up valuable counter and storage space. If your island is too large, you got to be careful because you'll run out of storage space. Think about that for a second. If your island is too big, you're going to have less storage and less counter space. What is an island? Well, an island is more storage and more counter space. Basically, that's what an island is. So if someone's asking me about a kitchen, they're like, Mark, I really need more storage. I need more counter space. What do you think I could, what one thing could I do in my kitchen to get that? I'd be like, let me think. How about an island? That would be a great way. That's what it is. Counter space and storage is an island. And so I was like, this is an interesting article. Anyway, I could be wrong. Maybe they wrote this, but I hope they didn't. I hope they left this as the AI and left it at that, because if not, then I don't know what to say about this, because I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt would be no one would say this. So it must be AI. Okay, let's look at the last one. Counter space. So giving up counter space is definitely a mistake, and I do agree. Counter space is a valuable commodity in any kitchen. Correct. Unfortunately, here we go again. Many homeowners sacrifice counter space in order to include an island or other features. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Okay, I mean, I don't have to explain this, right? You're not giving up counter space by adding counter space. That two wrongs don't make a right. It's like, I'm just baffled here. So if you want to have more counter space, don't put an island in. I guess it's what it's saying. So anyway, so if you're tight on space, try to find a layout that maximizes the use of your counter space. Well, yes, but that could be including an island. It's like if you've messed around with ChatGPT at all, you'll know that it gives you this kind of stuff. So it's like it can get a little bit finicky, and it's certainly not perfect, obviously. And I think that that's what's going on here. But the article continues, so let's just continue on here. This is interesting. So let's just keep going. Let's just go down the page because they have like 4 or 5 articles on this one page. Anyway, yeah, right, Jackie. They should have proofed this thing. What's going on? Like, at least read the thing and go like, no, wait, that doesn't quite make sense. Anyways, let's do the next one. Okay, so then they say, why choose renovation assistance? So this is just their own service, which is fine. Good for them. That's awesome. Okay, here's the next one. Expensive kitchen remodel mistakes worth paying attention to. So avoid the pitfalls. Avoid the following pitfalls. Make your kitchen remodeling right. All right. So the first one is, okay, unreasonable budget, skipping the background check, letting functionality slip, and over-the-top materials. So, okay, many homeowners think they can complete the renovation for a few $1,000s, but this is often not the case. Kitchen renovations can easily cost tens of thousands of dollars, so be sure to set a budget. Okay, so I like that one. This one seems to be not too bad, but it gets worse down below. When hiring a contractor to your kitchen remodeling, it's important to do the research. We talked about that already. So you might make sure that you get, some referrals, which Johnny mentioned, and then they're saying it here. So maybe these are just common things, right, that you want to make sure you do. Important features like storage, lighting, ventilation are often overlooked. So no, they're not. They're not. Storage, lighting, ventilation are very rarely overlooked. So, but they're important for day-to-day functionality. Yes. So make sure you include these features in your design to ensure that your kitchen is practical and functional. Don't worry, they won't have a negative impact on your preferred style. Okay, Good thing to know. We're not worried. And over-the-top materials will often break the bank, and cheap materials won't stand up to wear and tear. Instead, you should opt for mid-range materials to strike a balance between cost and quality. That's just like, I mean, I get what you're saying, but that is kind of a crazy thing to say. I'm not beefing on these guys. I'm not beefing on this website. I'm beefing on the AI that wrote this. Okay, so easyrenovations.ca. All this is nothing against you guys. I love you. I don't even know you, but you know, you should have proofread this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, do not make this crucial kitchen renovation mistake. Disregarding the potential resale value is a big no-no. So this is important. Don't make this crucial renovation mistake. All right, let's see what they are. All right, so number one, don't forget to budget for unexpected costs, which is good. I agree with that. So it's important to have a buffer. I like it. Don't forget about the little things. It's easy to get caught up in the big ticket items like cabinets and countertops, but don't forget that the little things that make the kitchen function, like the lighting, ventilation, and storage, are often overlooked. Again, it's like the same thing, but are just as important in your kitchen. Okay, and when remodeling, so don't forget to plan for the future. So this is new. I like this. Will you like the style in 10 years? Will your family outgrow the space? It's important to think about these things before making final decisions. I like that. Thank you, AI, for including that. And don't forget to get everything in writing. So before you begin work, be sure to get everything in writing. This includes estimate cost projections, okay, all that. This will help avoiding misunderstandings down the road. Okay. I like all that. Awesome. Very good. Not too bad there. Okay, top kitchen design mistakes. Again, here's another one. This is all the same like page. Choosing an all-white kitchen. I, I don't think that's a design mistake, just choosing an all-white kitchen. That's just a decision. Do you like the all-white kitchen? Then you should include that as something that you want. But if you don't, then don't. But it's not a design mistake. Anyway, while an all-white kitchen may be right on trend, it's not for everyone. I agree. If you're not careful, an all-white kitchen can quickly become boring and monotonous. Monotonous. Sorry, I didn't say that right. It's nice to try out trends, but be sure to pick something that you'll still love in a few years. Black and white combination kitchens may be a safer bet. Like, why are you saying this? Why is a black and white combination a safer bet instead of anything else? Okay. It is still neutral. Johnny, is it neutral? All right. I don't know. Okay, there may be other color combinations to choose from. Okay. So be sure to explore all your options before making your final decision. Well, I like that. That's fine. Let's keep going. Ignoring the details. It's the little details that make the difference. Okay. Oh, things like well thought out lighting, again with the lighting, careful placement of appliances, stylish hardware can make all the difference. Think about how you're going to use each of these. So this is all good. So you want to make sure that you don't ignore the details. All right, choosing the wrong paint. Painting your kitchen is a great way to update the look of your space on a budget, but not all paints are created equal. Be sure to choose a paint that's designed for kitchens. Yes, I agree with that. Make sure it's good for kitchen walls and all that stuff. Leaving the layout as it is. This is a good one, actually. Some of this AI stuff is okay. Some of it's bonkers, but some of it's okay. Many people make the mistake of changing the layout of their kitchen when they renovate. While it may be tempting to try new things, you may be better off leaving the old layout if it works. You can actually change items like countertops, cabinets, and so on without changing the entire layout of your kitchen. Yes, this is true. But if you're going down the road of if you're going to redo the whole thing, cabinets and everything, I think it's probably a good idea to think about the layout and really determine if it is best. It could be okay the way your layout is, but generally speaking, you're going to want to do something to change that. But, okay, I'll leave that. That's fine. Maybe you have the perfect layout and you just want a new kitchen to go in it. Okay. Now, kitchen remodeling frequently asked questions. There was something else that I wanted to look at. Did I miss it? Where was it? There was something here. Just bear with me as I scroll for a second, because I seen something earlier that really kind of caught my eye. Maybe it's just up further. No, hold on. Oh yeah, there's more here. Oh, here we go. No, it's not it. Where is it at? Anyway, they had what they had was the common kitchen. Maybe it's a different website I was looking at. They had the common kitchen layouts, and they were completely crazy sounding. Okay. Anyway, okay. So I think we've discovered, and we've kind of came to the conclusion that this is probably a generated AI, thing. So, but what I want to do is go down to these frequently asked questions. We're going to look at the questions, then we're going to jump into ChatGPT, and we're going to see if it gives us similar output than that these questions have, and how much can you trust ChatGPT to do those things. So here they are. I change my screen so you don't have to watch me scroll. So let's go back here. So how can kitchen design mistakes be prevented? So that's the first one. So you might have a kitchen remodeling frequently asked question, and so the question is, how can kitchen design mistakes be prevented? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that, copy it, and I just want to see. I could be totally wrong here, but I think it'd be just a fun experiment anyways. And we're going to jump over to ChatGPT so I can find my mouse. Here we go. And we'll stop that screen share. I hope you're doing okay tonight. This is a little bit different of a live stream, but we're going to have a little bit of fun with it anyways. Here we go with, wait, no, let's just go. Hold on. There we go. All right, let's bring that up again. All right. So let's just go into ChatGPT. Hit the like button if you want to, if you like what's going on. And I will appreciate that. The best thing you can do for me, though, is go and watch some of my other content. What? I'm not signed in. Oh, well, sign me in. Okay, I guess I got to sign in. Okay, bear with me. I'll go sign in again. Okay, just reload the page. Sorry, everybody. Bear with me for a second. I think I'm signed in now. Okay, we're good. Here we go. It's loading. Okay. I mean, wow. There you go. So this is ChatGPT. If anyone hasn't looked at this before, it's just an AI generation. You can ask it questions. It'll do all kinds of stuff for you, really. It's really quite amazing. But you shouldn't get it to write your articles for your blog. You should at least get ideas from it, but then go through and try to see if they're good or not. So how can kitchen design mistakes be prevented? Okay, so here's some tips to help you avoid common kitchen design mistakes. Excuse me. Plan and set a budget. Okay. Consider workflow, properly sized appliances, adequate storage, lighting, ventilation, counter space, flooring, safety, ergonomics, style and aesthetics, consult a professional, test your design, future proofing, gather feedback. I'm starting to worry that the Easy Renovation article was not written by ChatGPT, because that is very good information. And I think, okay, like these 15 things I should just do a video on. There's 15 things right there. We can include them in the video. Common mistakes to avoid in your kitchen. And what happened? Let's see. Does these a podcast that is directed by AI? Oh yeah. Oh, Falcon. And an author are the hosts. It's pretty crazy because it evolves episode to episode. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Right now, I realize that ChatGPT offers a dark mode. Yeah, I like the dark mode on my computer most times. So this is a pretty good list of things. What I want to do, I want it to tell me what I want it to tell me is, and see if we can get it to generate this. I want it to tell me that by putting an island in my kitchen could be a problem because I could waste storage and countertop area. So let's see if we can do that. I'm going to save this list. If you see this list in a video in the future, you'll know where it came from because it's just bam, 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 right there. Good for you. Okay, so let's just go back down to send a message. Is a kitchen island a mistake? And let's just see what it says. I love it. I love this. Okay. A kitchen island is not inherently a mistake in kitchen design. In fact, it can be a valuable addition to a kitchen when designed and integrated properly. However, when a kitchen island is it good or bad? It depends on various factors, including the size and the layout of your kitchen, your specific needs and preferences, and how well it's planned and implemented. Here are some considerations. So far, this is killing it. Maybe because it's been trained a little bit better. Maybe this article is written like earlier on when it first was new. Additional work surface is a pro of an island. Okay. Okay. Storage is a pro of an island. Seating, a pro. Multifunctional kitchen is a pro. Okay. Cons, space constraints, very true. Traffic flow, very true. Cost, yes. Maintenance, nah, I don't know. Okay, and then it tells us some more. To determine whether a kitchen island is a good fit for your kitchen, consider the following. We didn't even ask it to do this, but it's telling us, consider your kitchen size, consider your workflow, consider your clearance, functionality, and aesthetics. Ultimately, the kitchen island can be a valuable and attractive addition to your kitchen if it's well planned, suits your needs, and doesn't compromise the flow and functionality of the space. This is scripted for YouTube. I should just be doing this. It's essential to weigh the pros and cons, and if you have doubts, consult a professional kitchen designer like Johnny Lava. And so he can provide valuable insights and help you make an informed decision. Okay, so that to me nailed it. So I'm really concerned because now I think that the article, which we were just looking at, was written by a human. Couldn't be, right? Okay, let's go back to ChatGPT. I hope this is okay with you guys. A little different of a live stream content here, but let's just have a little more fun with it. So, will a kitchen island? I mean, you have to get really specific if you want to get this answer. Will a kitchen island okay, let me just go back. I want to go back to the article. Hold tight. Where's that article at? I want to go back to it. Did I lose it? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, I want to go to the article. Hold on. I know you're looking at ChatGPT. I just want to look at the article for a second. I want to see the wording. Okay, giving up counter space. Counter space is a value commodity. Unfortunately, many homeowners sacrifice counter space in order to include an island. Okay, so will a kitchen island... let's go back to ChatGPT. Okay, will a kitchen island sacrifice counter space and storage? Because we need to get to the bottom of this, everyone. We need to get to the bottom. A kitchen island doesn't necessarily sacrifice counter space and storage. In fact, it can often provide additional counter space and storage when designed properly. Here's how you can maximize counter space with the kitchen island. Okay, so counter space, storage, specialized features, appliances, open shelving, customization. So I'm not going to read through all this, but this is just to say that ChatGPT is not saying that what that article said. So I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong in thinking that article is written by AI, unless it was really early version of AI that was just, I don't know, didn't have a good day. Because what I can tell, you can get some really great information here. Now, I'm not saying you should just take that and just spiel it out, though I'm tempted to. But I am saying that, okay, what happened? What happened in that article that it kind of got a little wonky? Who knows? It should have been proofread. But I will say this: there's kitchen design mistakes that are worth making, and that is the ones that are listed in this article. So it's okay to give up to put an island in your kitchen because you're going to gain storage, you're going to gain more functionality, you're going to gain more counter space. When is it a mistake? Is when it is too big for the space and you don't have enough clearance, and that's something that obviously you should be talking to somebody about. But I don't know. I don't know. I still think something's off. Johnny's saying I can smell a robot a mile away. I can too. I just think I don't know. It doesn't seem like this was written by ChatGPT, at least not this version of ChatGPT. All right, Monique, what's going on? What are you saying? I raised 2 corner cabinets, have 2 corner cabinets, both doors failed and way too deep to clean when getting older. I guess that's a comment, but yes, corner cabinets are the worst. Does ChatGPT evolve differently for each user? It could actually. I think it does in a sense. It can get to know my language, and so yeah, maybe it's learning differently from this user. So maybe that is a good point, because it definitely seems like this article was written by some type of bot, and whether or not it was ChatGPT or not, I don't know. But that is a very good point. Now, there was something else I wanted to look at. Let me see if I can find it here. And it was another article. I don't know. I think I'll be just looking too long for this, and I don't want to do that. So let's just go back to what we were doing here. I want to go back to, let me just get rid of, I'm just looking at stuff on my screen here. Okay, so the other thing that we wanted to look at was, okay, unfortunately, many homeowners forget about storage. So let's just go to that one. So let's go to forgetting about storage, and we'll go back to this. Okay, do many homeowners home owners forget about storage in their kitchen design? Let's just ask it outright. All right, here we go. Okay, so some homeowners do overlook and underestimate the importance of storage in their kitchen design, which can lead to organizational challenges and clutter over time. However, the awareness of the importance of storage in a kitchen has been increasing, and many homeowners and designers are now recognizing its significance. Here are some reasons why homeowners may forget about storage in their kitchen. Okay, so at least this is giving us some context about this. So aesthetics over functionality. Some homeowners prioritize the visual appeal of the kitchen over its functionality. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Lack of planning. It's in the excitement of designing a new kitchen, homeowners may overlook the details of storage needs. Without proper storage planning, they may not allocate enough space for cabinets, drawers, and pantries. So I do agree with that. That is true. Underestimating needs. Homeowners may not fully assess their storage needs, leading to not having enough. And that actually is a good point. Not utilizing vertical storage. I do think that ChatGPT is learning from me, because I talk about this and I've asked it questions like this before. Not utilizing vertical storage. So I think that's a really important one. Trendy designs. Following the latest kitchen design trends can sometimes lead to sacrificing storage options. Very true. And budget constraints. All right. To avoid common oversight of storage, it's important to assess your storage needs, plan ahead, customize storage solutions, maximize available space, and prioritize functionality. ChatGPT, you nailed it. So I do think that an AI bot definitely had something to do with that article. So I will say this, that if you are planning a kitchen design and you're doing some renovations, you should go to ChatGPT and just, you can look for ideas in there of things that maybe you wanted to include. And I think that's worth doing. But when you're looking at articles like this, it's important to really kind of, I guess you'd get the sense of this one anyway. I'm gonna share it again, and so we can we can see this one again, and we'll go through it one more time. Here it is here. So I think that if you're doing something like this and you're looking at some of these things, you'll get a pretty good sense of whether or not this is you know, a little bit crazy or not. And I think this one is, something's up with this one. So renovation, I don't know if that's a mistake or not. Making changes can be something that you definitely want to think about, but not go overboard on. Overlooking your value of your storage. So if one thing we can take away from this, make sure that you really think about storage in your kitchen, and don't be one of those homeowners that's like, I didn't even know there was such a thing. You know, that's important. Not paying enough attention to lighting. I don't even know. I don't think, I gotta say, most people are pretty attuned to lighting needs in their kitchen these days. There's not very many people that I come across that that just don't, you know, most people know about lighting, and if they're asking me about lighting, it's like, you know, more about what type of light or the type of, like, a particular brand, not that they need lighting. So I don't know. Do you guys, maybe I'm wrong, but do you forget about lighting? Is that not something that comes up, you know, in your, when you're thinking about kitchen design? Not that you probably don't even think about kitchen design, but I do. Okay, so oversizing the island. So that is a problem. If you're oversizing the island, that can be an issue, especially with workflow and clearances. You really want to make sure that that's done right. And then don't give up your counter space. But definitely don't give up your counter space by putting in an island, you know? That'd be the worst. Raymond's here. What's going on, man? Thanks for being here. I always plan that most kitchens need a minimum of 9 drawers. Is okay. You're gonna have to maybe tell us more about why the number 9, though. I don't disagree with you. And don't forget a location or cabinet for trash and recycle bins. So this is a very good comment. I think that's something that might get overlooked, maybe more than storage altogether, though, you know, that can be overlooked potentially. But why 9 drawers? Why not 10? Or why not 13? or 8? Why not 8? Tell us why, Raymond. I want to know why it's 9 drawers. I don't disagree with you. Mark. Hi, Phil. I think the worst thing to add to a kitchen is a trash drawer. I have a wife and a bunch of kids, as do I. I need at least a 50-gallon trash bag for trash and recycles. The drawer is way too small. Okay. You're onto something there, and I agree with you, because I have the pull-out trash drawer, and every day you got to change the bag on that thing. So yes, I do agree with you, Phil. You need something bigger. But is there a way to integrate that into the kitchen so you don't just have this great big, you know, obviously Phil is quite facetious of a fellow. So he's not saying he's going to have a great big bag in his kitchen, but how do we get around that? You need a big bag. So how do you design something bigger for trash? I think that's something maybe that we could try to figure out a little bit better in kitchen design, is figuring out a way to make the trash, you know, stuff bigger, and not visible, but suitable, I guess is the right word. It's usually not suitable for most people. Okay. Thank you, Phil. That was one of your better comments. That was one of your better comments. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are great. Okay, Johnny thinks it's because of Beatles song. Okay, Nicholas saying, I just tried to ask ChatGPT what is the most likely set of kitchen trends in 20 years time? And I thought the answer was interesting. I'll ask it the same thing. And then we'll go back to we'll look at, okay, here we go. I'm going to ask it that same question, and then I'll show everybody what it says to me, and maybe it's different from you. 9, just from personal observation, but yes, more is better if space allows. Cool. Okay, well, that's good. So there's nothing better than figuring out something because you figured it out by doing it. And this is what Raymond's saying, is that from personal observation from kitchens that he's designed and clients, 9 seems to be a really good amount of drawers. What did I put in my kitchen? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I put 12 in. But I wasn't thinking of anything else other than I just want as many drawers as possible. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT and let's ask it that question in 20 years' time. Let me just make sure I got it right. What is the most likely set of kitchen trends in 20 years' time? And okay, sorry, we'll get rid of that comment. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Hope you guys are having an okay night. I'm having a blast here. What did I do with it? Where did you go, chat? No, that's my messages. I think I just got rid of ChatGPT. Oh, no, there you are. There you are, my friend. Okay. Let's bring it up on the screen for you guys to see as well. And we will have a look. Hit the like button. And if you're here for the first time, I apologize. What is the most likely? Let me just try to get this word for word. Where'd it go? There you go. What is the most likely set of kitchen trends? Okay, what is the most likely set of kitchen trends? I wonder if ChatGPT would be like, okay, 2 people just asked me the exact same question. That's something going on. It's statistically improbable. In 20 years time. Let's do this. Okay. I like how it put biophilic in there. All right. Okay. Predicting kitchen trends 20 years into the future is challenging. I agree with that, as design preferences and technologies are continually evolving. However, some potential kitchen trends that might emerge in the coming years based on current developments and societal changes include sustainable design. Okay, with a growing emphasis on sustainability, kitchens in the future may incorporate more eco-friendly materials and energy-efficient appliances. There could be an increased use in recycled, reclaimed materials, as well as design that reduce waste energy consumption. Okay, smart kitchens. I mean, yeah. As technology advances, smart kitchens will likely become more integrated into our daily lives. This may include AI-driven appliances, advanced automation, and interconnected kitchen systems that communicate with each other for a more efficient and convenient cooking experience. AI is telling us that it's going to take over the kitchen in 20 years' time. This may include AI-driven appliances. What is an AI-driven appliance? I got to ask it that. Okay, modular and flexible design. Kitchen of the future may feature modular and flexible design elements that can adapt to changing needs. This could be movable walls, expandable design islands, and storage solutions that can be reconfigured as well. Okay. Do you want to be doing that though? Do you like? I don't know. If it's all automated and you're like, house, move the kitchen wall to the north and expand the island, give me some more storage that I forgot about. That would be cool. Health and wellness focus. The kitchen might have better support health and wellness features like built-in herb gardens, air purification systems, and designs that encourage healthier eating and cooking habits. Yeah, like the AI is integrated to say, like, when you buy like a bag of chips and you go to put it in the cabinet, it basically just like disintegrates them. And be like, no, you're not allowed to eat those. They're not good for you unless they're healthier at the time. Maybe in 20 years, chips will be healthy. That's my take on it. Okay, minimalist and streamlined aesthetics. There could be a continued trend toward minimalist, clutter-free kitchen designs with sleek, handleless kitchens, integrated appliances, and hidden storage to create a clean and modern look. I wonder if like the Neuralink thing that Elon Musk is talking about, that's just going to be the thing that like we just think, open the drawer and the drawer opens because it's all integrated. That could be something scary. Sociable spaces. Kitchens will likely remain a central hub for social interaction, open floor plans and designs that encourage communal cooking. Okay, that really hasn't changed. Okay, this is interesting. Biophilic design. The integration of natural elements like indoor plants, natural materials, and abundant natural light may become more prevalent to create a connection with nature within the kitchen space. Where is it getting that from? I wonder why it's specifically pulling out biophilic design. I don't know. Personalization. With the advanced manufacturing and 3D printing, homeowners may have the ability to personalize kitchen designs to a greater extent, from custom cabinetry to unique countertop. Interesting. That could be very possible. Energy independence. Okay, move to a more energy independent kitchen. Use renewable energy sources, solar panels integrated into kitchen design as well as energy efficient appliances. Okay, that probably that's going to be something. And high tech cooking and food preservation. So yeah, interesting. I don't know if you got the same things as ChatGPT did, but that was interesting. I think I'll do a video on that and use that list. Oh my goodness. All right. So Phil, what's Phil saying? I'll take it as a compliment. It is a compliment for sure. I love all your comments, obviously. Let's just go back to the all right. It's only slightly different than the one it gave me. Interesting. Oh, you should ask ChatGPT if the article on that website was created by itself. Oh, I could. I could upload it and be like, "Did you write this?" Maybe I'll try that. AI shaming what I eat. No, thank you. Right? That's the future. Your smart kitchen is going to be it's going to be like basically, yeah. You're doing what now? What are you cooking for supper again? Uh, come on. It'd be snarking at you. Oh, the Neuralink started human trials for disabled patients just recently. So interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but it's who knows. Hello, TMB. Nice to see you. My number 10 was increased emphasis on food production. Oh, with the rise of urban agricultural and importance of self-sufficiency, kitchens could incorporate small-scale farming solutions. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean, the ChatGPT thing is really cool. I think back to that article, I don't know. I think it's definitely bot driven of some sort. I don't know if a human would actually write those things. It sounds just a little bit too on the AI side, but I think it is a mistake to not do some of those things. So when you are designing a kitchen, here's my list of 15 things that I just came up with that you should definitely avoid. So if you're watching this and you just jumped on, this is my list that I came up with by looking at ChatGPT. Plan and set a budget. That is very important. You don't want to overestimate that. I just went through this myself and I planned and I planned and I blew the budget out of the water. Well, I didn't do it. Other people did it while I was away on vacation, but then I did it when I got back. So that is very important. Number one. Okay. Number two is this: consider workflow. The kitchen triangle concept involves positioning the stove, the sink, and the refrigerator, which optimizes efficiency. So you want to definitely think about that. Okay, number three is this: properly sized appliances. Ensure your appliances are appropriately sized for your kitchen. Oversized or undersized appliances can disrupt the flow of functionality of the space. I'm not reading this, I actually am, but this is all coming from me after I typed it into ChatGPT. Okay, next one. Lighting. Good lighting is essential in the kitchen. Plan for a mix of ambient, task, and accent lighting to create a well-lit functional space. Ventilation. Proper ventilation is crucial to remove odors, heat, and smoke. Invest in quality range hood or exhaust system. Couldn't agree more, Mark. Counter space. Ensure you have enough counter space for food preparation and other tasks. Avoid overcrowding the kitchen with too many appliances on the countertops. Nailing it. I'm nailing these. All right, next one. Number 8, flooring. Choose flooring materials that are durable and easy to clean. Consider the style and comfort underfoot as well. Safety. Design With safety in mind, I actually like this. Keep flammable items away from the stove. Install childproof features if needed and avoid sharp corners on countertops. That is good advice. Coming from ChatGPT through my vocal cords, that is great advice. Ergonomics. Pay attention to the height of countertops, the placement of appliances, and the comfort of seating areas. Designed for the ease of use and comfort. This is like I wrote this. Maybe I did. Maybe I did write it, and AI is just bringing it all together. Style and aesthetics. While functionality is crucial, consider the style and aesthetics of your kitchen. Choose colors, materials, and designs that match your personal taste and the overall look of your home. And for goodness sakes, don't mix warm and cool colors. You want to know how to figure that part out, which I clearly don't. Consult a professional. If you're unsure about your design decisions, it's a good idea to consult with a professional kitchen designer or an architect. I'm not one of those. That they can provide valuable insights and expertise. Okay, all joking aside, this is true. And I'm not well, I am. I am saying that I do offer a one-on-one consultation. There's a link in the description below. We're an hour in, so it's not like I'm trying to push this at the front so everyone can hear it. I'm telling you now that if you want to hook up with me for a one-on-one consultation, there's a link to do that in the description below. And it is a valuable experience for the homeowner to be able to go through some, just the process of brainstorming through their kitchen. ChatGPT got this one right. Okay, this is a new one that I've never really seen. Test your design. Before finalizing your kitchen design, create a mock-up or use design software to visualize the layout. Okay, so that's pretty basic. This can help you identify potential issues and make adjustments. Yes. I don't know if you want to create a mock-up. I know some people make cardboard things, but you know, not not everyone wants to do that. Fonda, I see you. Don't forget to have enough outlets. Yes, ChatGPT did not mention that, and that is a very great tip as well. Okay, and then the next one is future proofing. So consider your future needs when designing your kitchen. Think about how your family might grow and change, and plan accordingly. I've talked about this before as well, and that is something very important. Phil is not going to have those little kids running around all the time. They're going to get older, and maybe they'll still be there running around, but their needs change, and you know, the things that they come with changes, and so that has to be planned for the best you can. And then 15 is this: gather feedback, get input from family members or those who'll be using the kitchen regularly. They might have insights and preferences that you haven't considered. Use this one with caution. Um, get feedback, but don't get too much feedback, because some people just have opinions, but that's all they are. And some people have opinions that might actually like work in the space. So just, I guess you can figure out how to figure out the two of those. So anyway, let's go back to the questions and we will finish this off really soon. What's your thoughts on trash compactors? It seems like it was done more in the 80s, but not much now. I've never had one, just curious. Trisha, interesting question. I've never had one either, and they've never been popular in the area where I live. So very few people would have a trash compactor here. But I know that in some parts of, I don't know about other parts of Canada per se, but I do know in some parts of the United States, very, very popular and still very popular. Um, I remember going to Florida for vacation one time and seeing this thing in the sink and being like, "What in the world is this?" And it had the switch and the whole thing, and I didn't even know what it was at the time. At the time, I was like, "This is blowing my mind." Anyways, a trash compactor. Um, if that's what you're meaning, like hooked to your sink, maybe you mean something different. A trash compactor, maybe that's something else. If you're talking about trash compactor, then I don't think it's something that is really around anymore. But trash, the ones that are connected, like a garburator, that's kind of what I thought you were talking about. So that's not something that's in my area, but is very popular in other parts of North America. And so I think they're great. If I think they work better with a double sink, though. And I think I'm not really sure. Okay. Okay, I think you mean, yeah, Raymond for the win. They started to drop. So okay. Okay, so you do mean a compactor. So there you go. Thank you, Raymond. Tricia, trash compactors started to drop off in sales as more and more cities started providing large recycle bins. Yeah, trash compactor would be an interesting thing though in a kitchen to have. Garbage disposal. Thanks, Darlene. Are you laughing at me? All right, I'm winding this down. Let's just go here. I wonder if in 20 years there won't be any engineered stone countertops, since here in Australia we're looking to ban it due to the risk of lung silicosis. Good question. I mentioned this last week too because Breton Stone SPA reached out to me about this new product that is biologically friendly quartz material. They'd be the Breton Stone would be the leaders and basically they would be the leaders in quartz manufacturing around the world. They basically invented the technology and patented the technology for making quartz slabs. And I would say the majority of slabs that are out there have Breton Stone technology that they use. It's everywhere. Caesar stone, Sile stone, hand stone, you name it, stone. It's used everywhere. And they started to come up with this new material. I don't know anything else about it because our talks ceased. They wanted to work with me, and then they never ever got back to me. So, as far as I know, they are producing something so that this doesn't happen, because that is a big concern in the manufacturing process that you don't want to have. All right. So, and Helen, she went with Corian instead of the quartz. There's no perfect countertop. I don't know what the answer is when it comes to countertops is the best countertop to use. I think it's a mistake to just get quartz for the sake of getting quartz without really investigating all the problems. That's a mistake that you should avoid. Not that I dislike quartz, but I don't know. There are some inherent problems. I mean, the fact that, yeah, it does cause quite a bit of problems for the manufacturers and the workers that can cause really, really bad lung issues and lung diseases. So that's not a good thing. And I mean, it's not the perfect material. So no, I do not hate Corian. I don't hate it. I don't hate Corian. Have I ever said that I hated Corian? I just said it's not popular. I said that it has fallen out of vogue, but I don't hate it. I'm going to leave it at that, though. I don't hate it. Good night, Darlene. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you always. Darlene comments on every video that I put out, and I appreciate that. You just have to balance pros and cons, figure out how you weigh each one. Yeah, that's the advice. I mean, when it comes to pros and cons, that's where it lies. You balance it out, figure out what works for you, and then you go from there. Okay, a few more of these comments, and I'm going to say goodnight to y'all. I like quartz because ease of care. Most people don't actually reseal their stone, including me, right? So perfect product doesn't require it. Yeah, you definitely don't have to reseal it. And as in terms of, just easy to use, once it's in, it's in. It's just a manufacturing process that can be a real problem. It's interesting that some really trendy kitchen companies like Uncommon Projects in the UK use Corian a lot. Corian is great, but the rise of stone and the popularity of stone has sort of just overtaken it in the marketplace. Okay, but not out of vogue in the US or in Australia. Yeah, in North America, it's definitely, and maybe the UK. I don't know. if someone's there, tell me. But in North America, it's definitely not popular. Hardly. It hasn't been popular for years. Well, Paul, you can always catch up. Listen, everyone, I had a great time. Helen, you're the best. Helen comments on almost, I think, probably all of my videos as well. A lot of you do, and I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me in just in this content journey in kitchen design, and I really appreciate all the comments. I get so many nice ones and very few negative comments from people. But when they do, most of them are, positively critiquing something, which is fine, and very few of them are. Last comment, maybe Mike. Very few of them are just belligerent, but that happens too. But the biggest thing is I appreciate all of you. And listen, if you have questions or comments or anything, I love getting comments. Of course, email me. I get lots of people emailing pictures of their kitchens or questions, and I try to answer all many of those as I can. And if you do want to chat with me one-on-one, you can take advantage of that. I will say that. And if you want to book my Airbnb, keep an eye out for it. It'll be up pretty soon. So to everyone who's been watching, thank you so much. We'll be back again next Wednesday, of course. Johnny, I might reach out to you again. Maybe we'll have you back on. That'd be fun. I really enjoyed our conversation last week. I don't know. I could have just stayed on for like another 2 hours after that. So I just think it's great to talk when it's just not me talking all the time. I got to talk and talk. And so I'm glad you guys are here with me, at least in the chat, so we can kind of chill out that way. All right. We'll see you next week. And we'll go from there. God bless everyone. Have a great one. Bye-bye.